Hello, algebra students. This is a lesson that basically takes everything we've learned and puts it all together. And that's applying tax, discount, and interest problems to real-life situations. Believe it or not, this is something like teachers are guilty of assuming students know. And they don't always know how to calculate tax, tips, and all that. So let's look at some examples here. Before we get started, the one thing I want you to know, anytime you're calculating with percents, you must convert it to a decimal. Okay, that's very, very important. So number one, Freddie put $1,600 into a savings account that earns 2.75% interest. If the money is in the account for 3 years, how much interest will Freddie earn on his deposit? Alright, we're assuming this is simple interest. And the interest formula is principal, which is the amount you deposit, times the rate, and you have to remember that we need this to be as a decimal, times the time, and that's generally in years. So in this case, the interest he earns is going to be, we know the principal was $1,600. The rate, 2.75% was the interest rate he was earning. But when we convert that to a decimal, we get 0.0275. So we multiply that by 0.0275. How many years did he deposit it for? That was 3. Now if you take your calculator and you multiply these 3 numbers together, you will get that he earned $132 in interest. Alright, so you have to know the simple interest formula there is interest equals principal times rate times time. Now, Jeff buys a set of golf clubs that cost $1,200. He has a coupon, right, for a 20% discount. What is the discount and what is the discounted price? Now, to figure out the discount, we basically have to calculate 20% of $1,200. Well, 20% as a decimal is 0.20. So we do 0.20 times the amount, which is $1,200, and 20% of $1,200 ends up being $240. That's how much is discounted. Alright, so that's how much you're going to save. Now, to figure out the discount price, okay, what are you going to pay for it? Well, what would I do with the cost of the clubs and the discount? Yes, you would subtract them. $1,200 minus $240 gives you, those golf clubs would cost you on sale $960. Now, to give you guys an idea, there's another way you can calculate the price even easier, right? Instead of figuring out the discount and then the discounted price, right, what we could do is just find the discounted price basically by saying, if I'm paying 20, or if I'm getting 20% off, what percent am I paying? Well, 100 minus 20 gives me, I am paying 80% of the original cost. So if I take 80% as a decimal, 0.80, and I multiply it by 1,200, I would get $960. So a quicker way to figure out the cost of the golf clubs at the discounted price would just be to take 80% of 1,200, which is the percent that you're going to pay with respect to the discount. Okay. Number 3, Joyce buys $400 worth of groceries. The tax rate in Orland Park is 9.25%. How much tax did she pay? What was her total bill at checkout? Well, to figure out the sales tax, we're going to take the amount we purchased and multiply it by the percent as a decimal. And remember, if I divide that by 100 or change it to move the decimal 2 places to the left, I would get 0.0925. So if I take 400, multiply it by 0.0925, you end up getting that she would pay $37 in taxes. Now, her total bill at the end, well, what do we do with the amount that it costs in sales tax? Well, we add them together. So we spent 400, we had $37 in taxes. So our total bill at the end would be $437. Okay. Number 4. Billy bought 2 pairs of shorts for $20 each and 3 polo shirts that cost $28 each at Old Navy. He has a coupon for 15% off his total purchase, and the tax rate is 8.5%. Find the price after the discount. Well, first off, what is the total cost? Well, the total cost is going to be 2 pairs of shorts at $20 each is going to be $40, plus 3 polo shirts at $28 is going to end up being $84. When you add those together, your total cost is $124. So, right away, if we go to find the discount, what percent is he getting off? He's getting 15% off. So 0.15 times 124 tells me the discount would end up being $18.60. So the price after the discount so the discount price would end up being, we take the $124, subtract the $18.60 we save, and what we end up paying is $105.40. Now, that's after the discount's been taken off. So now, what is the tax on this going to be? Well, when we go to figure out the sales tax, it's 8.5%. So change that to a decimal, 0.085, and divide that by 100 if it's easier. And multiply that by the discounted price. We're not going to pay tax on the original cost. We're going to pay tax on the discounted price of $105.40. When you multiply that, the sales tax ends up being $8.96. So the price after taxes have been added on, right, would be, we're going to basically, a total cost we'll put would be the $105.40 plus the $8.96 in tax for a total of $114.36. Now, if you think about it, he has $100 in his wallet. Will he have enough money to pay for his clothes? Well, as you clearly can see, his total cost would be $114.36. Will $100 be enough? Absolutely not. Okay? So remember, you have to take it in baby steps here. You can't go from A to D without doing any, work in the middle. Go step by step with these. Alright? Please try the following problems and good luck.